the block most of the time.
They just buried Ellis Johnson again.
Poor Ellis Johnson. He ought to get 3 paychecks for this game.
And a shovel to dig out with.
And 2 pregame meals.
Emmitt Smith sets down. Lucky in front of Smith.
Hello? Server? Got it.
Total participation, and this means everyone, all working to make sure you get the absolute best experience possible.
Mr. Thurber, you're all set.
Introducing 5 Star, a new approach to selling and servicing cars and trucks. It's better. We'll prove it. Only where you see these signs.
I can't believe you tore a stunt like that. What were you thinking? You weren't thinking, were you? I don't think so. You think you're different? You think you're special?
No, I don't.
Get that camera out of here. Did we go over this? We did. You want to coach this team?
I didn't know it was the last one. He's so sensitive.
These are mine too.
FogDog.com, your anytime, anywhere sports store. Fog Dog.
Fox NFL Sunday is brought to you by Dodge. Do not follow, do not conform. Be different. By FogDog.com, your anywhere, anytime online sports store. By Sprint PCS, experience the clear alternative to cellular. And by Dr. Pepper and your local Dr. Pepper bottler. Dr. Pepper, this is the taste.
The Cowboys have taken the lead, 24-21. You ever go trick-or-treating?
Yeah, heck yes. But, you know, in those days, when I used to trick-or-treat, I used to do some tricks, too. You know, it just wasn't all treats because everyone didn't give you treats.
That's exactly right. Or you had to do a trick to get a treat.
Yeah, or if you didn't get, I mean, the one that I liked is when they didn't give you the treat because they said they didn't have any, then you would soap their windows is what you do. That would be the trick. And the other thing, the worst treat, though, was like oranges. I mean, do you ever go when, you know, you go trick-or-treat, you know, and you're thinking candy, and someone gives you an orange or a tangerine?
Yep.
That's stupid. You can't do that. Don't do that. Or then there's some that really,
bananas, too.
No, bananas, that's better. Or some will give you toothpaste. What's that all about? Oh, it's about jack-o'-lanterns.
I've never got toothpaste.
Scarecrows. Oh, yeah, there's a group that'll give you that.
Sheets or toothpaste, I never got. Here's Peyton Manning as a flag on the play as Manning throws down the middle, incomplete.
We haven't seen a lot of that today, that bootleg, and the Colts are a big bootleg team where off any run, they fake the run and then bootleg the quarterback out away from the side that they faked the run.
This is against the Cowboys. Dave Campo, the architect
defense.
of the
Number 97
Dallas
lined up in
defense
the
on the
neutral
right,
zone.
behind the red
5-yard
phone.
penalty remains first down.
You can see the ball is the neutral zone. So you see the hand right in there on the ball. His hand is lined up in the neutral zone.
Kavika Pittman. 1st and 5 for the Colts. Manning gives to James. James picks his way close to a first down before he's tripped up by Godfrey.
I like this James. You know,
oh yeah.
He was the
Another
guy
flag.
He was the guy that said at the draft and the combines and all that thing between the difference between he and Ricky Williams. He said, "I'm the guy with the gold in my mouth. He's the guy with the gold everywhere else."
Yeah.
Holding 74 offense. 10-yard penalty from the end of the run.
Waverly Jackson.
Repeat first down.
Call for holding. 3 minutes left in the third quarter. Dallas up by 3. First down.
They like this type of thing out here. Start like this and either run patterns off there or come in motion like they're doing on top of the screen.
It's first down and 11. Pass is incomplete. Harrison, the intended receiver.
You know, one thing about Peyton Manning is he's such a good quarterback. He's so knowledgeable. Sometimes you'll throw that pass against his zone. You throw it away from the defenders and let your guy come in and make a play. And sometimes it will hit the ground. I mean, sometimes to throw it away from a defender, you have to throw it into the ground.
Manning is, he doesn't look it, but he's 6'5" and 235 pounds. Big quarterback. Just does get rid of it. Intended for James out of the backfield, but he was under pressure.
And Dexter Coakley was on him, and it would have, if James had caught that ball, that would have been an interesting race, because Deion Sanders was man-to-man down here in the left side, and if James catches this ball, he has a run. And Dexter Coakley is one of the fastest linebackers in football, but I wonder in that position, you see him right there, if Coakley would have caught James.
Deion Sanders goes over to the right side.
He's taking the tight end. This is Ken Dilger over here.
Charlie Williams looks like he doesn't know where to go. There is the shovel pass to Terrence Wilkins, who's close to a first down.
That's when I saw him work with Terrence Wilkins. Peyton Manning just takes players when the defense is practicing, and he just practiced individual plays with them. I saw them work on this play here. See, out of the shotgun, Peyton Manning will start like he's running to the left. Wilkins comes underneath, and they pull and they trap, and they just shovel it right to Wilkins. They do a lot of things with this Terrence Wilkins for a guy who was a free agent just signed to be a punt returner.
First and 10. Manning changing and calling the protection at the line of scrimmage. He gives to James. James looking for somewhere to go. Kenny Wheaton up to take him down after about a yard.
Edgerrin James has a lot of confidence. I mean, you know, he doesn't run like a rookie who doesn't know his blocking schemes. I mean, he started in there to the right side and just stopped and then jumped all the way to the left side. And I'm not saying he's like Barry Sanders. I don't mean to even, you know, imply that in any way, but that move is like a Barry Sanders move, what I'm trying to say.
Manning drops. Throws quickly to Harrison, who doesn't get the first down, but gets close to it, about a yard shy.
Well, one of the questions about Peyton Manning when he was drafted #1, you know, do we take Peyton Manning or do we take Ryan Leaf? And the word was that Ryan Leaf had a stronger arm than Peyton Manning. Tom Moore, the offensive coordinator, said that when he first came here, Peyton Manning had a good, strong arm. He says now, after working out and being a year older, he has a great, strong arm.
And certainly he knows the game as well as anyone.
And he has to get past that yellow line.
Brings the ball down and throws complete to Marcus Pollard. He's quite a story.
Yeah, a guy you wonder how it could even happen. Didn't play college football. He was a basketball player, a power forward at Bradley. They signed him as a tight end, and now he's with his 5th year. He's with the 5th year with the Colts. And he's a good player.
Yeah,
I mean, he's a big guy, and they play a lot of 2 tight ends. And the thing that they like about Marcus Pollard is they can split him out.
And that's the end of the third quarter with the score: the Cowboys 24, the Colts 21. Fox NFL Sunday from the RCA Dome will continue after a word from your local Fox station.
You're watching Fox NFL Sunday.
We have a stand-up in progress at 211 Hazelwood.
He's in there. Sir, drop the chalupa. Put it down and back away.
Sir, don't be silly. Drop the chalupa.
I said, drop the chalupa.
Yeah, drop the chalupa.
Get your hands on the new chalupa. With a shell so crispy, flaky, chewy, tasty, you'll wonder why we put stuff in it at all. Just 99 cents, only at Taco Bell.
Better get some backup.
Roger.
No.
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 No. Union Square Federal Credit Union proudly presents Thrifty Checking, where an easy $100 deposit enables you to enjoy no service charge fees for up to 15 checks per month, no minimum balance, no charge for an ATM card, and no hassles. No never sounded so good thanks to Thrifty Checking from Union Square Federal Credit Union.
Your success is our success. We belong to you.
Are you ready for the new millennium? Billingsley Ford is, with over 300 available vehicles to choose from. The 2000 models are arriving daily, and thanks to their huge 99 closeout, Billingsley Ford has an outstanding inventory of quality used vehicles too. The selection and value is excellent because it's their goal to be $300 less than the competition. Start the next century off right with a newer used vehicle from Billingsley Ford. Billingsley Ford in Lawton. You deserve the best, and we deliver.
Absolutely. The best selection of ceramic tile is at Briegel's. Absolutely the place to shop.
You kickers have all the gimmicks, don't you?
Well, now, that's the device we didn't have when I was kicking.
Yeah. They got their own holders now.
We didn't even have that net.
Bring some sticks and holds it for them.
The only way you got to warm up was by the charcoal bucket. Manning, wide open touchdown. Marvin Harrison. Perfect shot from Peyton Manning.
Deion Sanders was over on that side. We talked about if the Colts are going to get a big play, it's going to be Marvin Harrison. You just see him here. He just runs right by Deion. I don't think Deion Sanders expected it. He didn't make any move. Deion Sanders just sat there, and Marvin Harrison just ran right by him. And there was nothing that he could do about it. I don't think Deion Sanders recovered from that first punt return.
I don't think so. He didn't even move. He didn't even react.
No, I tell you, Marvin Harrison is a real deal. I mean, this guy is a big-time player. And Peyton Manning is a big-time thrower.
The 20 consecutive games that Peyton Manning has thrown a touchdown pass, the fourth longest streak of the 90s, and that's a perfect shot.
I can't believe you tore a stunt like that. What were you thinking? You weren't thinking, were you? I don't think so. You think you're different? You think you're special?
No, I don't.
Get that camera out of here. Did we go over this? We did. You want to coach this team?
I didn't know it was the last one.
He's so sensitive.
Hey, these are mine too.
Faster, more reliable, higher quality, more profitable. Nortown Networks is building the new high-performance internet, and it can be whatever you want it to be. So tell us, what do you want the internet to be?
Come together right now over me.
Tacoma 4x4. There's no bigger rush.
Fox NFL Sunday is brought to you by Toyota Trucks, unbreakable every day. By Budweiser, the beer with the fresh, clean taste that's never filling. By Nortel Networks, how the world shares ideas. And by Dr. Pepper and your local Dr. Pepper bottler. Dr. Pepper, this is the taste.
That's a good trick or treat.
Nah, they got to give handfuls. You don't give one little thing like that. I mean, either do it.
They couldn't carry it. They're not big.
Yeah, they're little kids. Well, we got jack-o'-lanterns up here. We got 2 pumpkins up here ourselves that we cut. Nellie cut one of them.
Nellie did.
Nellie carved a pumpkin. We got it lit up like a pumpkin. We got 3 of them.
Jagged smile. Heights kickoff sails into the end zone. They won't bring it out.
But I'll tell you, that Marvin Harrison touchdown was something because, first of all, he's talking now, that was Deion Sanders. They're asking him, who was on you over there? And he's telling them, that was Deion Sanders on me.
Well, nobody was on him.
Well, you see, here's Deion. I mean, he was supposed to be on him. Here's Marvin Harrison right here. Now, there is a little play fake. I think he looks in there and gets held a little, but that's no excuse. I mean, when you get paid millions to cover man, there's no excuse about where's your help or did you go for this. I mean, you got to be able to cover that guy. That's why Jerry Jones' money goes to him. But like I said, Peyton Manning is a real deal.
You don't need to look at pictures to know what happened.
Marvin Harrison is a real deal, and Edgerrin James is a real deal.
28-24, the Colts lead the Cowboys. Aikman has Emmitt Smith behind him, and Mike Lucky in motion, and Aikman drops. And he's going deep. Juggled by the Rocket.
Yeah, there's no flag down, but there was a hat down. And I think what happened is I think Rocket ran out of bounds.
I think he did.
And you'll see if you step out of bounds, then you can't come in and touch the ball. Although there was no penalty, the official just threw his hat down. That was just good coverage.
Yeah. Jeff Burris on the coverage with him. Couldn't see him step out of bounds, but I think his view was blocked because he did.
Yeah, and that's why the hat went down, but there was no completion anyway.
On 2nd and 10, Emmitt Smith gets the carry. He picks up about 3.
See, this is a game, we talked about the running game and stopping the run is important, but you make big plays through your passing game. And the Cowboys haven't made it with their big play guy, Rocket Ismail. And the difference is in this second half, the Colts have made it with their big play guy, Marvin Harrison.
3rd and 8, the big 3rd down here. Opening seconds of the final quarter, 4 wide receivers, and Chris Warren in the backfield with Aikman.
This is a silent count. After Troy Aikman puts up his hands, the ball snapped.
Here comes the blitz. Look out. Jeff Burris off the corner.
Yeah, and Troy Aikman isn't getting up. That's one that he should see coming and he has to get rid of, but it's 3rd down. And that's one thing about this Colt defense. We said that they're not big enough. They are outmanned, so they're going to have to do things like this. Here's Burris right up here. He's the outside guy. They brought a safety inside of him. He's outside. He's free and outside. And sometimes you need speed to get there from that far out.
And he got there. And Aikman had no blocker to pick him up. Toby Goin standing in the end zone. Not his best kick. Wilkins shakes one blocker. But the coverage is there quickly, and flags come flying from everywhere.
Whatever the Colts did in the first half, they just kind of hung in there. We talked about how they really weren't in sync, but whatever they did or took or talked about or said at halftime, it has worked because they'd made great adjustments.
The illegal block in the back, so frequent.
Illegal block in the back.
Checking with Aikman and asking if he's okay. He was a little dazed looking when he got up.
10-yard penalty. By rule, the receiving team will keep the ball. Timeout.
Tucker down again, and that's an illegal block in the back.
If you can read his name, you don't block him.
With its 32-valve I-Force V8 engine, the Toyota Tundra out-accelerates every other base V8 truck in its class. So we looked for some real competition and ran it against the Lotus in a no-holds-barred quarter mile. Introducing the new full-size Toyota Tundra. Have we gone too far, or have others not gone far enough?
Okay, let's take another call for our expert. We've got Ed in Cleveland on the line.
You guys are way off. That sector's trending up, and with overseas support and strong earnings, it's an obvious buy record. Consumer confidence is strong. Excuse me. I'm on TV.
I don't care. Take out the garbage.
The whole world can hear you.
Take it out.
I'm analyzing securities.
It's time for E-Trade. Visit E-Trade today and guess the year-end Dow for a chance to win $1 million.
Just a good old boy, never meaning no harm. Beats all you never saw, been in trouble with the law since the day they was born. Making their way the only way they know how. That's just a little bit more than the law will allow.
The event coming you've been waiting for. The X-Files season premiere next Sunday at 9/8 Central on Fox.
Look at that sack. Troy Aikman is looking to his left. You see, he has his shoulders turned. Then at some point right here, he turns and he sees Jeff Burris. And Burris comes in. Watch his eyes when he sees Burris. He just puts his helmet down, and Burris comes in and got away with one there because he hit him helmet to helmet.
That's not supposed to be. Here's James. Picking up 4-5. Here's Troy over on the sideline after that helmet-to-helmet collision.
Yeah, and you could say that he was looking the other way. I mean, he was looking to his left. Then when he turned, he saw Burris there, and he put his head down to kind of take it, and Burris's helmet went right into his helmet, and
he kind of turned into it.
And he's still trying to shake off the effects of it.
2nd and 6. James got 4. Manning. Incomplete. Flag on the play. That was not his best throw.
That was, again, it was a little behind him. But that's from that area where they call defensive holding. It's usually on the tight end, on who's ever covering the tight end.
Number 28 defense, prior to the pass, 5-yard penalty, automatic first down.
Well, that on Darren Woodson. There was that deep official, and that deep official keys the tight end. See Kevin Smith going out of there. The Cowboys are getting, they look a little tired and beat up here.
And thin in the defensive backfield anyway.
Deion Sanders, he was like he was planted in mud when Marvin Harrison went by him.
Manning fakes. He's chased. Pass is caught by Terrence Wilkins, and a flag on the play. And again, Deion Sanders.
And that was that bootleg that we talk about that Peyton Manning does so well. You know, fakes a run, then bootlegs out to the left side. This is going to be a penalty more against Dallas.
Yep.
Personal foul, face mask. Number 21.
Deion got him by the face mask on the way down.
Penalty on the end of the run, first down.
Peyton Manning is out here to the left already. He took a hit by Kavika Pittman right after he threw that ball. There's Terrence Wilkins. He's been making some big plays against Deion Sanders. And then Deion is playing him off. And this is the thing that we talked about earlier, that they thought they could beat him on, his crossing patterns. And that's the second one that Wilkins has gotten on him.
Plus the face mask.
And that's the face mask. That's the 15-yard variety face mask, too.
It's first down, Colts at the 17.
These guys have gone after Deion Sanders. I mean, there are teams that are going to stay away from him, and this is the most aggressively that I have ever seen a team go after Deion Sanders. Now I say that I think there's something wrong with Deion Sanders.
Yeah, I think so too.
But the Colts know that, or whatever. I mean, they got a rookie, undrafted rookie from Virginia, who weighs under 180 pounds, who they're going after Deion Sanders with.
Tom Moore, the architect of their attack.
Tom Moore, I know, Terry Bradshaw had Tom Moore. And Terry Bradshaw in the pregame show today was saying that He thinks that Tom Moore is the best offensive coordinator in all of football.
2nd and 11. Passing down for Peyton Manning, who's looking and has time. The ball is deflected, knocked away by Chad Hennings.
You know, you think of Peyton Manning, and he reminds you so much of his dad, Archie Manning, and what a job they did in raising him. And I mean, you just meet him and you watch him practice and play, and his work ethic and the type of guy he is and the man he is, and he should be the poster. I mean, he's what it's all about, and he's kind of my new favorite player, if that makes any sense.
It does, and I can see why. He has tremendous knowledge of the game. He's moving things around. He's taking a lot of time. They got it. Out it goes to Dilger. Darren Woodson with him, takes him down. He couldn't get it set like he wanted it.
And he's mad. You're probably mad at not getting set. Probably mad at himself not having the right guys. But that's what you like about him. I mean, he's a warrior. He's a competitor. He's just not. And there's nothing soft about this guy either. I mean, last year he set a record for attempts by a rookie. I mean, he had more attempts. He had 575 attempts, and he said that's what helped him for this year.
Vanderjagt for the field goal from 33 yards out, and from 33 yards out, he puts the Colts further ahead. Jason Garrett been warming up as Aikman was hit helmet to helmet.
As the countdown begins to the 21st century, there is still one number you can always count on.
Bond.
Bond.
James Bond.
This holiday season, one man will rock your world. The World Is Not Enough. Rated PG-13. Starts November 19th.
You know what I love about being on TV? All you people watching out there can't eat us, so tough noogies.
Excuse me, I like to eat alone.
Save us! Stop me!
Need brakes? Now during the Midas $40 lifetime brakes rebate, save $20 per axle or $40 for your whole car. Lifetime guaranteed $40 in savings right now. Go safely. Go Midas.
The newly styled Lexus ES 300. Let the affair begin.
Halloween night, King of the Hill presents The Little Horrors of Shop.
Just remember to clamp your butt joint.
A new King of the Hill, 7:30, 6:30 Central tonight on Fox.
I'm still, Troy Aikman just told someone who walked by that I'm okay, but I'm still not sure about that. Are you?
No. See, you got that smelling salts. He was up for a while.
Yeah.
Then he said he was okay, but then he went back and sat down again, and he's not okay. He's trying to get to be okay, but he's not okay.
Kite again sails the ball out of bounds.
And that's a big break for the Cowboys because they'll get it on the 40 again.
That's twice that's happened today. Here's Jason Garrett coming in at quarterback.
So it's obvious that Troy Aikman isn't okay. Here's the hit again. The corner, Jeff Burris. You see right now, he sees him coming. He puts his head down, and Jeff Burris just goes helmet to helmet. You can see Troy Aikman, Pat. This is what I was talking about.
Just a moment ago.
Just a moment ago, he was walking around, and then he said he was okay, but then he didn't look okay because he went back and sat down. You see, he was up there like he was going to go back in, and then he went down and sat down, and that's when I thought that he wouldn't be coming back in.
And it's Jason Garrett at quarterback, and Emmitt Smith gets the carry and picks up a couple, and that's all. They continue to check with Aikman.
And he continues to smell that smelling salts, and You can see I'm not an expert on this, but usually when you smell smelling salts, because I've done that before, if you clear your head, boom, it pops your head back up. When you go like that and it doesn't pop your head, it's not getting or going through. That's probably not a medical thing. Just a thing.
Here's Garrett. Just gets it out of there. Incomplete. Intended for Rocket Ismail. Bounced off his knee and bounced backward. 9:58 left. Troy still sniffing.
I don't know how he got that out of there. Michael Barber, the linebacker, was coming, and he threw it right through Barber somehow. But that smelling salt right there isn't working for Troy Aikman.
It jolts you a little bit if it does work. 3rd and 8. They're 3rd in the NFL. 4 wide receivers.
See, they're going to a silent count. You see how they all come up? Then he calls the pass protections, and they all go back.
Better hurry. Garrett. Nothing doing. Cornelius Bennett takes down Jason Garrett, and the Cowboys will have to punt. The Colts just hung in there.
And the Cowboys let them hang in there in that first half. They didn't put them away. And then this young team that someday is going to be a heck of a team if they keep on this road. They just hung in there and kept fighting and fighting and fighting. And now they're ahead 31-24.
So Goin is back to punt. Wilkins back deep for the Colts. A good kick by Goin. Gets away from Tucker. Gets away from 3 or 4, but that's good coverage. There are a lot of other waves of white down in a hurry. The Colts take over.
The 290 horsepower Lexus LS 400. When you gotta go, you gotta go.
Folks, why settle for some teeny-weeny chicken sandwich made by Burger Boys? Take a big old bite of your Colonel's new Triple Crunch. Not 1, not 2, but 3 crunchy white meat strips. Well, you almost need 3 hands to hold it. Try my new Triple Crunch sandwich. Right now, it's just $1.99. $1.99? I can do that. I'm the Colonel. My new Triple Crunch at KFC. It's just one of 5 new sandwiches.
Hey, Mike, Chardonnay's a little long. You got it, bro. Go! What happened, man? Oh, it's Keyshawn again. I can't believe it. Hey, are you dissing me in front of my boys, Keyshawn?
What? You didn't even see the play. You need to get Web TV so you can pause the action before you make your little wine and cheese run. Bon appetit.
I think he's being sarcastic.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
An all-new Simpsons Halloween special.
You can't kill the undead.
He's undead, all right.
Part of a full hour, 8/7 Central tonight on Fox.
Back at the Dome in Indianapolis, Troy Aikman has put on the baseball cap. He's still got his helmet.
And I think it's just a test that he's taken to see, you know, at first, the first time he tried to stand up, he couldn't even stand up or walk. He had to go back and sit down. Now I think he's just trying to see if he can stand up for a while.
1st and 10 Colts. James gets a yard. I think Troy's coming back.
Well, I don't, you know, I mean, you can't tell it by this. I would say if the Cowboys got the ball right now in this state that he's in, he wouldn't come back. Now, if it's a little while and something else happens, you know, he might. But right now, he's not ready with that hat on and just stand. I mean, he's not throwing anything. He's not warming up his arm. I wouldn't think right now he would come back.
2nd and 8 for the Colts. Peyton Manning. with Edgerrin James behind him. Manning drops it outside to James, who stops and let's go somewhere else. And he's cut down. Deion Sanders committed first.
You know, against a lot of teams, Pat, you'd be able to do that, and that could be a big play. But this is one thing that you can't do against the Cowboys is change your field and spend a lot of time going laterally. See, Deion Sanders finally gets him there. That's the end, and Deion took a kick in the head. That was the end of the play, but before that, Edgerrin James had run about 40 or 50 yards to get to that point.
3rd and 8, and it's throwing time for Peyton Manning. Goes back in the shotgun. Dilger on the move, and now he steps back beside Peyton. Manning chase, gets rid of it. James all the way down to the Cowboy 25. Kenny Wheaton finally got him.
And look at Peyton Manning. He's laughing because he has his own drill, Pat, and it's called a scramble drill. Yep. And he'll get a guy, he'll get Harrison, he'll get Edgerrin James, and he'll just go, let's go scramble drill. And he just does this. He just takes the ball, and then he just runs out to a side. Then he just has them take off and run. You see, they run pattern, and what his rule is, if he scrambles to your side, you go deep. If he scrambles away from you, you come across flat. And Edgerrin James did that exactly. He started to him, and boom, he just went right up the field.
54 yards up the field he went.
A second-year guy and a first-year guy, and well, is this going to be some offense? Yeah, we talk about how he does at practice, even before the game. He comes out here just in his T-shirt and his pants, and he's throwing here to Marvin Harrison. He just has him do it. And then he gets Edgerrin James, you see, and he just works individual plays with these guys. Just things that are going to come up in the game plan, he goes over with them individually.
That's Kenny Wheaton, who's down for Dallas. Troy Aikman continues to walk around on the sideline.
And then, as I said, that drill of his, that scramble drill, is he just picks up a ball and he'll just get a guy and tell him, come on, scramble drill. And that pays off in the games because that's exactly what it was.
They know where to go when he gets in trouble.
And that was Kenny Wheaton, we see, making that tackle on Edgerrin James.
And Wheaton's still down. There's Michael Irvin.
Michael Irvin can't believe that this happened because in the first half they had this game under control.
Sure they did.
But they didn't go after it. They didn't put it away. They let him hang in there. They let him hang in there. They got conservative in their passing game, and then boom, this team, this Indianapolis Colt team just exploded on them.
Dallas getting very thin in the secondary. George Teague is already out. Kevin Mathis is out. Now Wheaton's out. Showing blitz. James cuts to the outside. Taken down.
Well, this guy sure has a feel for this game, doesn't he? Because, you know, he's not only doing this running, but he's also blocking, and he's also made some big plays like he did on that scramble, that third down scramble on the pass receiving. Look at these moves. I mean, he makes these moves, these stops and starts when he's going full speed. Well, this guy's a keeper.
He's got that lean that they talk about. All the coaches talk about he's got that good running back lean.
He's a guy that I bet when he was a kid in tag, I bet he was never it.
Here he is again. First down and more to the Cowboy 11, 12-yard line. Went to the University of Miami from Immokalee, Florida.
Like if you're from Immokalee, Florida, and you're a running back, you have to be a tough running back.
Yes, you do.
I don't think they make those fancy kind in Immokalee, Florida.
No.
Did you play in that league?
No, but I've been to Immokalee.
Did Lake City play Immokalee?
No. First and 10, the Colts. They lead 31-24. James again.
Boy, and strength he has, too.
Yep.
You know, if he gains, I think it's 8 more yards pass receiving, he'll have over 100 yards. Look, he has over 100 yards rushing already. If he gets 8 more, that'll give him 100 yards pass receiving. And if he does that, he would be the first guy in Colts history to ever do it.
Think back to the Colts history when they had Lenny Moore and Alan Amici and Tony Lorick and all those guys.
How did Lenny Moore not do it?
I was wondering that myself.
You would think Lenny Moore would be the guy.
2nd and 9. And the clock is running. Manning has it bounce through the hands of Edgerrin James.
And that was the one that we saw Manning working with Edgerrin James on in that pregame. That little tape we had, we just showed him. It was that pass right there that he had him out there. He's always done that with Marvin Harrison. Then he started bringing Edgerrin James out. And Jim Mora has done a heck of a job with this club.
Indeed.
In his 2nd year, he and Bill Polian, they're rebuilding the whole team, and the cornerstone is Peyton Manning.
Bill Polian did it in Carolina, and then he came here.
Yeah, and before that, he did it in Buffalo, and he's telling everyone to calm down, be quiet. It's our offense, he's saying.
The pass is incomplete.
Peyton Manning came right back with the same play.
Yep. And now here comes Vanderjagt again for the field goal attempt. That would put the Colts ahead by 10.
You know, we see Bill Polian up there, and we realize that this is the anniversary of the trade that brought Eric Dickerson to Indianapolis. Bill Polian at that time was in Buffalo. He got Cornelius Bennett, who was drafted by the Colts. He got him in Buffalo. The Rams got the draft choices. Troy Aikman got his hat on. But that was 13 years ago today that trade was made.
Seems like in many ways longer than that. And then again, it seems like it was just a week ago. 27-yard field goal is good. 34-24. The Colts by 10. Next Sunday, it's live bass fishing like you've never seen it before. See the top anglers in the world go for over $3.5 million in prize money in the Ranger Boats M1 Millennium Tournament. Bass fishing comes alive next Sunday on Fox, presented by Walmart. Check your local listing.
Yeah, you know, this is one of the great things. I mean, we got Halloween, we got our jack-o'-lantern, we got number 18. I know who he is. And hey, John Madden, how about some Colts in that all-Madden team? I'll guarantee you, as we speak, as we sit here, we got our own jack-o'-lanterns. We got them all up in here. I'll guarantee you that there will be some Colts on the all-Madden team this year. I mean, there's some players here that have really impressed me. I mean, not only the way they're playing today, but the way they practice, the way they act, the type of people they are.
Some young players.
Yeah, and you know, if you look at this Colt offense that we see explode here in the second half, the average experience is 2 years.
Back deep is Tucker. Kite this time doesn't kick it out of bounds and chases Tucker back into the end zone, where he downs it, and the Cowboys take over from there. Touchback. He's happy about it.
Well, he hadn't had one, you know, coming into this game. They hadn't had a touchback, so they celebrate touchbacks, and Troy Aikman is coming into the game now. That was Kite's second touchback today, but coming into this game, they hadn't had any, so that's the reason they're still celebrating them. But this has to be about 2 touchdowns now, or 2 scores. They got all their timeouts left. Now they need Troy Aikman, and they need Rocket Ismail.
And Aikman needs some time. Pass is to Rocket. That's a first down. We'd like to welcome those of you who just joined us to the Dome in Indianapolis, where the Colts lead the Cowboys by 10 points. The Cowboys at one time led 17-3. They broke on top, but Baltimore has hung in there, and the Cowboys have let them hang in there. Emmitt Smith out of bounds. Troy Aikman has just come back. Jason Garrett played the last offensive series for Dallas. And Aikman took a blow to the hit to the head, a hit to the head. He set out a series, and now he's back.
Yeah, you see, this is Jeff Burris. He sees it right there, puts his head down. And Jeff Burris coming on a corner blitz, goes helmet to helmet. Troy Aikman is just recovering from that hit now.
Aikman drops. Caught by Ishmael. That'll be enough for a Cowboy first down. Today's game being produced by Bob Stenner, directed by Sandy Grossman. The associate director is Mike Roig. The broadcast associates Charles McDonald and Mark Mata. Technical producers Bob Mueller. Pre-game show was produced by Scott Ackerson, directed by Bob Levy. Senior producers Bill Brown. Executive producers of Fox Sports are Ed Gorin and David Hill. 1st and 10 Cowboys. Aikman drops, blitz coming. Pass completed midfield to Ishmael.
See, and the Cowboys have to go into some form of hurry up now. In fact, Troy Aikman has just taken a timeout. That'll be their first timeout. But with 3 minutes, this wouldn't normally be a time you'd say you have to hurry up. But when you need 2 scores, then 3 minutes becomes a hurry up time frame, because they have to get a score, then they're going to have to kick an onside kick and get the ball back. So now one thing that they can do is they only need 10 points. So I've always believed that you go for a tie first. So if they get in position and it's 4th down to kick a field goal, I think you kick the field goal. Then you go for the onside kick. Then you go for the touchdown. Then you go for a win in overtime. I mean, that's a way to play this game.
Dallas used 1 timeout. So it's 2nd and 7. They have 2 timeouts remaining. Aikman 12 out of 15 for a long time. He didn't have a pass attempt over 15 yards.
No, and it has to be about Aikman now and about the passing game now. It can't be about running.
Aikman gets it out to Ernie Mills, and he's knocked backwards in a hurry by Jeff Burris.
Yeah, I don't know that, when you need these scores in 2nd down, I don't think you can throw those none-yard passes. And I'm surprised that they even run a pattern that would be for none yards.
I don't know when those none-yard passes are good.
Yeah, I mean, the theory is that the guy's going to catch it and break tackles.
3rd and 6. Aikman steps up, dumps it over the middle.
Well, he better get a first down.
And he stepped out of bounds and stopped the clock with 2.5 minutes remaining, and maybe he got the first down.
I think he could have left it short, though. But it doesn't make any difference because the Cowboys will have to go for it here, even if it is 4th down. But I think just looking at the spot from here, I think he left it short.
Yeah, he is short. About a foot. Colt player down. Looks like number 90.
Mark Thomas is number 90.
Yep. They have about a yard left. Cowboys have asked for a measurement, I believe.
Yeah, they should. Or Chris Warren should have known better than that, because he needed the first down and he was running right at the sticks. And it looks like to me it's about a few chains here.
Colts by 10.
See right here, Troy Aikman ducks a pass rush. You see Mark Thomas right here got kicked in the head. That's what happened to him. And then Troy Aikman gets past the rush, throws it out here to Warren. Now watch Warren here. Should know where that first down marker is and be able to tell you. That's easy to say, I guess. Yeah, he was
trying.
Yeah, he was pushed in that direction.
He knew where he was trying to get to.
See right here, you'll see Mark Thomas as he goes down. You see right there, then he gets kicked in the head.
Let's quickly go to Los Angeles again for an update from James Brown.
All right, Pat and John, take a look at Chris Carter here, catching his second touchdown toss of the day. He is now over 11,000 receiving yards in his career, and Minnesota on top of Denver by 8, that in the 4th. Let's take it back to Indianapolis. Pat Summerall and John Madden.
Next week on Fox NFL Sunday, Kurt Warner and the NFC West leading Rams battle the surprising Lions, plus other regional action. Coverage begins an hour before kickoff of the pregame show at noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific, right here on Fox. Right here in Indianapolis, the Colts lead Cowboy ball. They trail by 10. It's 4th and about a foot. Thomas is still down.
You know, we talk about how the triplets for years. We talked about the Dallas Cowboys, but look at this triplet team of the Indianapolis Colts and how they've done today. Peyton Manning, 22 out of 34, 312 yards and a touchdown. Edgerrin James, 105 rushing yards, 92 receiving yards and a touchdown. Marvin Harrison, 6 yards, 6 receptions, 85 yards for a touchdown. Remember, the big one in that touchdown was against Deion Sanders. So they have their own form of triplets that are very young. I mean, Harrison is in his 4th year, Peyton Manning in his 2nd year, Edgerrin James in his 1st year. So they're not only here now, they're going to be here for a long time.
Well, the Cowboys dominated the first half. The Colts regrouped at the half. And let's look at some of their highlights in the second half.
Yeah, this is, we talked about Marvin Harrison being man-to-man on Deion Sanders. He just ran right by him. And Chad Bratsky makes a heck of a play there. I mean, he makes the rush. He gets Troy Aikman. He knocks him down. He knocks the ball out. And they get the ball on the goal line. And then Edgerrin James scores with it. Been a big second half.
Let's again go back to Los Angeles for another update.
And we'll show you what New England is doing, surgically slicing up Arizona. Take a look at Bledsoe. He drills it here to Sean Jefferson. This turns out to be a 64-yard pass play. Yeah, the final, New England 27, Arizona 3. Back to Pat Summerall and John Madden.
It makes Arizona now 2-5. Dallas, if this result stays like it is, Dallas would be 4-3. Washington 5-2. The Giants 5-3.
You know, they've just asked both teams to leave the field. The Colts are walking off the field on this side, and the Cowboys have just walked off the other side. They've cleared the field completely of players. Mark Thomas is still down, and again, with these situations, you know, just everyone is just praying for, you know, thoughts and prayers are with Mark Thomas that everything will be okay.
He got kicked in the head, and it's, I'm sure, familiar and very, very much in the mind of Michael Irvin, who just got the neck brace off. Both players offering prayers.
And on both sides, and that's, you know, it's a helpless thing, and you know that that's all that you can do, you know, is let the medical staff do their job, and they're so competent now, and they take every precaution that is possible in these situations. Michael Irvin remembers that it was just about a month ago,
right,
when he was in that same position in Philadelphia. They took him out. They had a spine doctor right there. Took him to the spine center in Philadelphia.
They've rolled Thomas onto the stretcher. Bill Polian looking on.
This is a feeling that, you know, no matter what side you're on or what you feel about a team, you all have one feeling right now. And
such a helpless feeling. think it all shows in Michael Irvin's eyes the concerns of everyone.
And his teammates, and all they can do is think and pray for Mark Thomas. I mean, that's all that's on anyone's mind right now.
Think and pray and hope.
Reality sets in harshly. Everyone knows it's a tough game.
Yep.
Played by tough people, but
this has nothing to do with toughness.
no, that all goes away.
Yeah.
What I'm saying, that when they are tough and it's a tough game, but when something like this happens, all that goes away, and there's only one important thing. And that's the player that is down. And they do now. They said they keep everyone away from him, other than all those people out there are the medical staff, the doctors, the trainers, the emergency people. There's no players there. There's no coaches there.
Well, I think as this has evolved over the years, they've found that having too many people around, too many players, too many teammates, concerned teammates, sometimes it's better for them to be away from the incident.
And all you can do is be physically away from the incident. Because no matter how far you are physically, you're right down there in every other way.
Mark Thomas has been playing 8 years.
Remember one year it was a playoff or championship game for the 49ers, and he had a big game. They needed a guy, and he came through and got a couple of big sacks. In fact, it could have been against the Dallas Cowboys.
Went to North Carolina State.
This is tough.
Tough to resume. The Cowboys needed about a foot for a first down, and that's about all they're going to get. You look at Mark Thomas. We pray for him. The Cowboys got the first down. Aikman out of the shotgun. Aikman through the hands of Tucker.
Yeah, and that was that skinny post again that we talked about earlier, that he ran it to Ernie Mills, and the timing was there. And Jason Tucker, World League player. In fact, Troy Aikman did a few games for Fox over there in Europe, NFL Europe. And the 2 games that he did, Jason Tucker played in those games. And Troy did him as an analyst for Fox. And he said he impressed him over there.
Yeah. Now he's a teammate. Here's Aikman. The ball's knocked out of Aikman's hands from behind, and the Cowboys fall on it.
That was Chad Bratsky again, I think. You know, Bratsky did it earlier. He was the guy that got the big play that almost came to the touchdown.
2-minute warning coming up. That was McIver who made the recovery. 2 minutes left. The Colts 34, the Cowboys 24.
Fox NFL Sunday is brought to you by Miller Lite. Taste a true Pilsner.
You know, Kenny and I never compare statistics.
Or Super Bowls.
That way we can drink our Miller Lights without arguing. Right, Mr. Fewer career touchdown passes than me?
Right, Mr. Never Been to the Big One.
We only talk about why Miller Lite tastes great.
It's the choice hops.
No, Snake. Miller Lite tastes great because it's smooth. But let's not fight.
Yeah, you're right. Let's be friends.
Table ready for Mr. I don't have as many passing yards as Dan Fouts?
Hey, that's you.
Miller Lite. Taste the true Pilsner.
I enlisted in the Navy when I was 17 years old.
If I had not joined the Navy, life would definitely be very different.
You're on the bridge of a warship, you get responsibility fast. I learned how to work on communications equipment and radar equipment.
I had never even thought of becoming a broadcast journalist.
Before I even got out of the Navy, I was hired.
3 weeks after I got out of the Navy, I was hired by a network affiliate.
I'm CEO and president of High Technology Solutions. If you see something in your future, go after it and grab it.
I found something that I was good at and that I want to do for the rest of my life.
Honey, we're gonna miss our plane.
No, I know. Great shortcut.
At Dollar, our low rates and fast lane service make it easy to get into our cars.
You know, Billy, llama lips are very much like humans. I wouldn't kiss one.
And our express return and on-airport locations make it easy to get out. Assuming, of course, you know where you're going.
This is the flight to Cincinnati, isn't it?
Dollar. Makes sense.
What could ruin a romantic road trip for two?
Surprise!
Your girlfriend. An all-new That 70s Show, 8:30, 7:30 Central, Fox Tuesday.
2 minutes left. Indianapolis leads Dallas by 10. You can see the ambulance departing with Mark Thomas. Two minutes to go. 3rd and 16. Jim Mora done a whale of a job with the Indianapolis Colts. Aikman out of the shotgun. 3rd and 16. 3-man rush. Aikman outside to Warren. Chris Warren steps out of bounds, stops the clock.
Now the Cowboys have to be thinking here of just getting a first down, because this is going to be a 4th down play.
Yep.
So if they don't get a first down here, then anything else is academic. I mean, then the Colts are just gonna run it out.
They need 6.
They'll get the ball right here in this spot if the Cowboys don't get a first down.
4th and 6. They blitz. Aikman is down. He pumped, pulled it back, and the pressure got him. Tony Blevins is number 26. And this one belongs to the Indianapolis Colts. Bill Polian, full of smiles.
Yeah, we talked about the job this defense did. Their defensive coordinator, Vic Fangio, just bringing guys, and they're different guys all the time. And this time it's Tony Blevins. And you see Blevins is going to come from right here. And he just comes in and just sacks him. In fact, they brought 3 defensive backs on that play. And again, it was good coverage. It's man-to-man coverage with the blitz. They have everyone covered. You see on that side, there's no one to throw to. Here's what it looks like on this side. That's the side of the blitz. They blitz. They have a double there. Good man coverage. Their defense did their job in this second half. I'll say that.
James giving Indianapolis the win here at the AFC East standings. Miami 6-1, New England and Indianapolis 5-2, Buffalo 5-3, and the Jets 1-6.
You know, who has to be proud today is Peyton Manning's dad, Archie. Of course, all the dads, but he's here with his wife, Olivia. And Archie doesn't like to be a big part of these games.
No.
He says, this is Peyton time. This is Peyton's quarterbacking. This is his team. This isn't mine. And I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to be a part of it. I just want to sit as a father and sit with my wife and enjoy the game and let Peyton have his day. And his other son, Eli, have his day. And Jim Mora, at 64 years old, having his day. He's the youngest 64-year-old guy that I know.
He is in great shape. The NFC East looks like this. Washington 5-2. The Giants, who won today in overtime, 5-3, 5-3. Dallas 4-3, Arizona 2-4, and Philadelphia 2-6.
Who would have thought that? Daniel Snyder has a meeting with Norv Turner after the game. He loses to Dallas, and then later, and then they come back and do that. I just hope he doesn't take credit for it.
Did you see how the Giants won in overtime?
Yeah. But like I said, that's a big old defensive lineman making a play.
Ball bounces up in the air to Michael Strahan, wasn't it?
It was Michael Strahan, yeah.
Who ran it in for a touchdown to give the Giants a victory over the Eagles in overtime. 3rd and 8.
Big Daddy Wilkinson for the Redskins. I think
88 yards.
80-some,
88 yards. Yep.
Big old lineman there.
James picking his way.
He's having fun out there today. That Cowboy offense sure didn't. I mean, they had control early and they fell into that trap, I think, of getting enamored with the run. Then they stayed with it. Then when they needed to pass, they couldn't get it. And Troy Aikman was sacked 5 times today. I mean, they took 5 sacks, and that's because they didn't threaten him with that pass, and they weren't aggressive with
Plus,
the pass.
the Colts got 2 scores in 11 seconds.
And one of them was a pass rush. Remember, that was Chad Bratzky did a heck of a job on that. There's no one out here. They didn't have anyone out here covering Wilkins. And then Deion Sanders came up.
Deion goes back.
Well, Deion was back there to punt return.
Yeah.
And then they lined up in a formation, and then there was no one out here to cover Terrence Wilkins. He could have thrown Terrence Wilkins. I think this second half that Peyton Manning had today in this Colt offense was a lesson.
Deion walking back now.
They're missing a gunner. They're missing a gunner, they said.
Yeah.
Well, they got their gunners in tight, is what they're doing. Their punt coverage is a tight punt coverage. So they don't have their gunners outside. That's why they're not out there.
Hunter Smith back to punt. Cowboys coming to block. Deion lets it bounce and goes into the end zone. And they'll bring it out to the 20 with 38 seconds left.
And the fans are booing Deion. They said, we want to see it. Show us something now. You're down by 10 points, 35 seconds. Let's see it. And when Deion let it go,
Well, he brought the first one back and then was taken down by the kicker at the 2-yard line.
And I don't think he ever recovered from that.
I don't think he did either.
I really don't, because remember that play that Marvin Harrison got on later? He just ran right by him.
Yep. 35 seconds left. The Cowboys no timeouts.
I think that the whole Cowboy team kind of ran out of gas the second half, and the whole Indianapolis Colt team got a lot of gas at halftime.
They got some refueling done at halftime. Here's Aikman out of the shotgun. Ducks it out to Chris Warren. Warren knocked out of bounds with 28 seconds left on the clock.
And this is a big step. I mean, probably if you think about the Colts and this new regime, this is the biggest game that they've had here.
Yeah.
And I think you have to beat a team like the Cowboys to, you know, to say that you're legitimate, that you're for real, that you're a contender now. You know, it's not one of those things, well, we're going to be a contender in 5 years. I think the Colts are going to be their contender now.
Well, in the second quarter, the Cowboys looked so dominant, like so much in control, and then all of a sudden to come back and come behind like they did. Jeff Ogden scrambles up.
You know, at halftime when we said we haven't seen the offense yet, I mean, we hadn't seen the Colts offense yet, and we didn't in the first half, but we sure as heck did in the second half.
Last play coming. Aikman throwing it as far as he can. And that's all of it. And we'll be back as the Colts defeat the Cowboys by 10, 34-24.